Hey everybody, in this video we are going to talk about the plugin, the survey plugin. Okay, so this will be an additional plugin that you'll get with your main T-Rex plugin. So you'll get a couple of these additional outside plugins, and we'll talk about each one of those that we're going to include. On this one we're going to talk about the survey. So go ahead and what you're going to do first is you're going to add a new survey. So you're going to come over to survey, and you see that under the survey plugin you'll have survey pages, all survey pages, add a new survey, or add a thank you page, and I'll explain all of those. Okay, so I've created one here that I've already done ahead of time, so we can make this video short but get to the point of the training. But we'll just have to hit add new survey. So once you do that, you'll come into your into your survey. And the point of this is that you're going to be using this marketing tool to get people to maybe interact with your Facebook page, give away a free prize, have people fill out information with specific personalization possibly, so that way you can redirect them into other parts of your store. You can redirect them into another campaign with the personalization that they enter. You can also redirect them to a collection page, or it is a very good marketing tool. And then we also have the opt-in builder, which is very similar to the survey plugin, but with the survey you're actually asking questions. Okay, so this particular one we used, and we're doing a giveaway mug, okay, for Father's Day. So in this headline you'll simply just tell people what you're trying to do. Win this awesome mug for a very special dad in your life. To enter, simply fill out the survey below, and then include a picture of the mug. Okay, so you can add the media from anywhere, from your gallery, whatever you want to upload. You can add media. And usually I do about a 400 by 400 size here, and it usually looks pretty good. And then you're just going to let people know, more than likely you're going to let them know in your Facebook post, if you're going to promote this on Facebook, saying, we're going to pick weekly winners or a winner on this day. But all they have to do is just to simply fill out the survey below, and then you would even tell them we're going to announce our winners on Facebook. It's a good way to get people to like your page, interact with your page, and engage with your page, and to find the audience that you're looking for. Plus, it's a really cool product, and people love giving stuff for free. So if you can redirect them to other parts of your website that have other products similar, that's always a good thing. So the first thing is you're going to a simple headline, add a media, add a picture. Okay, now you're going to come to your survey fields. Okay, now I'm going to kind of go back in the process a little bit to where the end before we go any further. I'm going to read, in this particular example, I've created a campaign with other Father's Day products that have, in this particular one, it's a dad shirt that is established, and then they're able to actually fill out the year that they first become a dad. Okay, so in the end result of my survey, I'm going to redirect them back to this campaign, and I'm going to use the year that they actually fill out in the survey. I'm going to use that as part of a short code in the redirect URL. So when they do enter in their information, they're going to be redirected here, and it's going to be the year that they've already entered. So with this particular marketing tool, you can, if you were targeting moms and grandmas and things like that, and moms are going to be buying stuff for dads, for Father's Day, this is a great way to get the attention and to really kind of tug on the heartstrings and make it personal. So like I said, on this particular example, I'm going to drive them back to a campaign. But in order to do that, I have to know if you are going to do this, you want to make sure that if you're using personalization, that's going to be part of your questions that you're going to be asking. Okay, so this is where my end result is. Like I said, you don't have to do this. You can drive them to whatever link you want to, but for this video, we're going to do this because this is the full power of this T-Rex survey plugin. Okay, so let's go back. Now that we know what our end result is, we're going to, you can ask kind of a fluff question if you want. If you were using a personalized design with maybe the dad's name in it, this would be a great question. What is dad's name? Okay, or you can just kind of come up with and I wouldn't use too many questions. And this one, I'm just going to put in, what is dad's, maybe you can say first name. Okay, so if you were going to use a first name, you would probably just want to put first name. So I would edit that. I didn't think about that just till now, but so this is not going to really have anything to do with my end design, but you kind of want to give them just some simple questions. You don't want to ask for too much personal information. And then with the survey, you don't have to ask for an email address or anything like that. It's simply just a fun way to get people to interact. Now, this is the more important question: is what year did Dad first become a dad? Because that's going to be the information that we're going to pull and put on the design that we're going to redirect them to. So when you start questions, you'll see that you'll simply just enter your question in here. If you have a large, maybe if you're asking for like more information, if it's maybe like kids' names or something like that, you have a text box, you have a larger text area. You want to tell them if it's required. So if this dad's name is not required, you can put yes or no, but whatever information you're using for the your personalized stuff that you need in order to redirect them, you're going to want to make sure it's required. If it's personalization, you get basically two forms. It says F name and L name. That stands for first name and last name, but this can mean anything. This can mean a date. This can mean any sort of personalization. It just kind of matters of what we're going to do that when where we're going to put that in our thank you page. So don't get hung up on the name of this. Just know that this is the first form of personalization and the second form of personalization. Okay. So if you want to, and you can move these questions around if you want to, drag them up, drag them down. You can always delete them. So that's where you enter in your questions. Okay. The extra content is just a little image maybe below. I'll kind of show you where that is. I'm just going to enter in, let's see, I'll enter in something similar and find something cool here. So I just want to show you where this will show up in the extra content section. Okay, but normally I don't really use that. If you want to use your tracking script as some type of Facebook pixel or something like that, you can put that, you can track people that come to this page. So you can put that in there. So if you have an event of people that maybe submitted a form or something like that, you can use this in this tracking script, and it will track people. If you're using Hotjar to record videos, you can put that in here also. We'll come back to the thank you page because that has everything to do with driving them back into the campaign redirect. You can customize the button text, so submit or enter or process entry, whatever you want to use, you can customize that here. You can use a header or no header. You want to upload your logo. Then here you want to have the links to your privacy policy and your terms of service. I don't have anything in here right now just for training purposes, but if you are using Facebook ads, it's very important to have these links in here and they will show up at the bottom of the page. So let's just go ahead and I'll show you how to do that. So once you have your privacy policy page, you go over to your pages. It should be in alphabetical order. And what you can do is just simply grab these URLs and just simply stick the URLs right in there. Terms of use or terms of service, same thing. And you'll have to create these pages outside of your T-Rex plugin. These are WordPress pages. Okay, they're outside of the plugin. They're actually in the pages section. Okay, so we'll go ahead and close that out, and let's go ahead and update this, and I can show you what this looks like. So you can post this on your Facebook page, run some ads to your demographics saying, hey, we're giving away this awesome mug for Dad. It's free to enter. Just simply fill out 2 questions in our survey, and we'll announce a winner. Okay, so you'll promote this link. And you'll see that here's how it looks. One of the things you may want to do sometimes is if you can come up with a graphic. With this particular one, you have a lot of dead space over here because the survey is actually on the bottom. So you can see I'm in the center here. If I add media, I don't know how that would look. So for those of you that are more graphically inclined, you might want to come up with a very cool graphic to maybe take up this whole space. I'm just using one of our product images, and it looks like it's not going to work. So normally I would probably spend a little bit more time, but again, this is just a 400 by 400 square. If you have a better graphic that you can use to take up all of this space, that might be a good idea in order to use that. So again, let's kind of look at our page here. You got your mug. Here's your headline, and then what year did you first become a dad? They're going to enter that. What is Dad's name? Okay, Michael. Here's where that extra content is. So if you want to put another graphic or more instructions down here, more text, you can do that. And then here's your privacy policy terms of service. So let's go ahead. So that's where it is, and we'll hit submit in 1 second. But first, I want to go back to the thank you page. Okay. So the thank you page that you were supposed to enter. Where are we at here? Wrong one. Enter here. You have to create a thank you page for this. Okay, so since we are, it's basically a page that they hit after they hit submit that has to go to another page in order to collect the information. So what you do is you go to your survey plugin and you go to add a new or all thank you pages. I'm going to go back there actually, and I'm going to open that up in a new tab. So this is very simple. You can just hit add new, and I'll show you exactly what you did here. Once you hit add new, you're going to call it whatever, award-winning dad survey thank you. This really doesn't have anything to do. They're only going to see this as once they hit submit. But this you want to tell them thank you for entering. I always tell them please wait for a second while we confirm your entry. Okay, so you don't want them to close out the tab or close their browser, but it just lets them know that. And you'll see it working in action that their entry is being confirmed. Again, more tracking script. Now here's the important part, the redirect URL. What we're going to do is take our campaign. So we've created this campaign and I've added these products to my campaign. Okay, and in this campaign, my copy is your entry is confirmed. I actually name it, thank you for entering our award-winning dad contest. You want to give them the assurance that this is not just something that they're going to, but they actually did enter a contest. Your entry is confirmed. Winners will be weekly announced, however you're going to do that. But here's the cool thing that I did, and I'll take you back to how we did this on the edit page. We're actually going to pull from that 2008 or the year that they entered. We're going to pull from that, and I said, while you're here, take a look at these awesome products made, especially if you became a dad in, and I'll show you how we did that. Okay, so basically what you're going to do is we're going to come back over to our campaigns, and I'm going to show you exactly how we did this. So I made a new campaign. I named it "Thank you for entering our award-winning dad contest." So that's what shows up in the headline. I added the products that I was going to now feature, and then on my right-hand column, I wrote the copy. Your entry is confirmed. Blah blah blah. Look at these products while you're here, especially if you became a dad in. Now I'm using the short code here. It's a little different from the other one. But if you're just using one form of personalization, you just simply use this %name%, and this is going to pull from the redirect URL. So I'll kind of put this all together in 1 second, and then you can go through and you can give them a discount, of course, give them some type of incentive. But again, this is a way to use the personalization that they've entered and really make it cool for them. So let's go back to our thank you page, and we're going to go back to our creating it. And now that redirect URL, so we grabbed this URL here, and we're going to put it here in the thank you page portion. And at the end of the URL, after the slash, we're going to use the short code that we named that we're trying to pull from. So remember, the year, we put it under the L name %. Okay, if you remember right here, what year did your dad first become a dad? This is the personalization, and this is where the code that we're using. So we're going to take this short code and put that right at the end of your URL. Okay. The delay time, probably 4 or 5 seconds is good. That's just the time that they're going to spend on this page. Again, you can upload your logo. And then again, put your privacy policy in terms of service links in there. So let's go ahead and update this. We have our redirect URL. Now it's very important that once you create that thank you page, if you have not come back to your survey where you are building the survey, you have to make sure that you enter that thank you page in here, or else it won't go anywhere. Once I hit submit, it will just stay on the survey page. So very important. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this one. I'm just going to refresh it. So we'll go ahead and open it up again in a new tab. Okay, let's go ahead. I became a dad in 2008. First name is Michael. I'm going to hit submit. Okay, so now this is going to our thank you page that we created. There's our message. Thank you for entering our contest. Please wait for a second while we confirm your entry. Okay, they're waiting. It's finding that redirect URL. Okay, and boom, it brings them right to the campaign that you created and where you entered that redirect URL. It pulls exactly the year that I put in there with that short code, and it already puts it on the products, on every product over here. So how cool is that? Okay, they entered in some cool information, and all of a sudden they were directed to some more products with the information. So the possibilities are endless with your survey. You could do this with you don't have to do personalized designs, although it's very cool. You can just do regular designs. You can send them to a collection page. You can send them anywhere you want with that redirect URL. But this is the full power of the T-Rex personalization in the survey plugin. All right, talk to you guys in the next video.